Look. Do, 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 do. We're pumping it. It's happening. It's melting. Look. Told you. You've no faith in me. You've no faith. I told you we'd get it. It's not fully melted yet. There's a lot more ice in there. I reckon there's still probably about another maybe 200 tons to melt. 220 odd or something. Right then, so for those of you that might be unaware, what we're basically making here is an overpressurized liquid vent. We use them all over our base. It's basically a way of storing infinite amount of liquids. The reason I'm doing that here is I've got a little saltwater geyser that I don't want to ever be overpressurized. I want to always get the water away from it, even if I'm not using it. That way, I've collected any excess for when it is dormant, so I can use it later. That is the plan. So that's what we're going to do. So I've got my power in here, I've got my automation in here, I've got my liquid pipes in here, so there's my vent coming in, and there's my ting coming out. And last thing I need to do is put one more tile in here. This is just a little baby local tank. I plan to use this water for electrolyzers, so that's what we're going to build after this. We're going to do a little electrolyzer build at the north, because I'm going to need lots of oxygen and lots of hydrogen for making liquid oxygen, liquid hydrogen in a bit. This boy is almost ready to do another launch. This is broken. It'll be fine. It will be fine. Right, what are we waiting on here? Come on, micrograms. You can do this. Oh shit, I meant to build another rocket. I completely forgot. Let's get you built, and let's also up the priority on... Let's see. Let's do a spot of this. Boop, boop. Let's go a bit higher with this as well. Boop, 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 boop. Probably like a 7. 7 for all this gubbins as well. Actually, we'll do the ladders with an 8, so they actually get the ladders done. And then they can reach the jobs to do them with a priority 7, if that makes sense. Okay. Alright then. The game runs like silk when I pause it, and just like a dog's dinner if I don't. Still hasn't seen a single episode. Maybe one day then. Like all the cool kids of 2019. Dunk, you should definitely watch Game of Thrones. It's an incredible show. You may want to consider reading the books. Watch the show. I find the language in the books to be a little bit meh. Oh, Wintermare, I am sorry, you are stuck. You can't get out, Winterheim. You can't get out until you do this. Why you no do this? Oh. Come on, come do the uproot. Do you not want to do digging or something? Is that your problem? Someone come and help her out. Come on. I actually look like Tormund. That is not an insult. He's a beautiful man. He's a beautiful man with a big old red beard that he's proud of. Selkie Kale, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. Tormund's probably one of my favourite dudes. That is a massive compliment. I like that. You say read the books first. See, I wasn't a fan of the books. I don't like George R.R. Martin as an author. I think he's a terrible writer. I think he's got terrible, clumsy use of language. I think he's very good imagination-wise, and he's created a very cool universe. But I think as a writer, he sucks all the balls. I didn't like his choice of language, vocabulary. Thought it was very clumsy. That's why I was sort of like, read the books? Actually, just watch the series. Just watch the series. Well, each to their own, I guess. You always have the same thoughts about Tolkien. I see, I'm a Tolkien fanboy. So that's strange, isn't it? Like, I don't have that same issue with Tolkien, but I'm very sensitive to it with Game of Thrones. Like, The Hobbit is one of my all-time favourite books. Like, the original Hobbit, it's only like that thick, but it's one of my all-time favourite books. Lord of the Rings are great, but Silmarillion was a pain in the ass. And the Children of Húrin I wish didn't exist, honestly. But see, I was a bit of a Tolkien fan. You're not a fan of how Tolkien writes? Oh. So can you run salt water into an electrolyzer? No, Lumbo. We've got to use... we've either got to boil the water off. So what we're doing at the bottom here is we're boiling salt water in this build. So in this one, we've got salt water in a similar way. We're collecting the salt water from the geyser, collects into here, and then it comes into this room and we boil it. And we get a little bit of salt, which comes out here through this little chute. And we turn it into steam, which our turbines can use. Alright, now at the minute this is cold, probably because this is dormant and we're not doing anything with these. But what would normally happen is the salt water comes in, boils, gives steam. These then turn the steam into water, which comes out through the turbines themselves. On the top here, I'm just going to be lazy and use desalinators, I think, because I just want clean water for electrolyzers. So at least no one said you look like a hobbit. Hobbits are very pretty people too. Listen, it's 2019. You can't fucking hobbit shame, alright? You're not allowed. I know you're not allowed. Twitch will ban you for that. You've got a friend who's a huge fan of the Children of Húrin. Thinks it's one of the greatest tragedies ever written. I think it's a tragedy it was written, if I'm honest. I don't think it should have been bastardized the way it was. Because it was Christopher, wasn't it? Is it his nephew? Yeah, I'm not a fan on that cash cow, to be honest. But hey ho, it could have been worse. The Silmarillion, that was a chore. That was tricky. Christopher told it was his son. I thought it was his nephew. Yeah. Either way, wasn't a fan. Because if I remember rightly, I remember reading about Children of Húrin before it came out. Because I got like one of the early versions of it and everything. Like I was kind of excited for it. It was pieced together from about 30% of the actual... Only 30% of it was written in very, very loose note form, most of it as well. And he pieced together the rest. Which is kind of a bit spookums, if you think about it. Because Tolkien'd written loads of stuff before he died, like loads of stuff. Loads of additional worlds and maps and all sorts, languages. Right then, so we've got 2 liquid fuel tanks. I now want 2 cargo bays. How's the lag? Pretty rough. We've got a lot of input lag. We have a lot of input lag and a lot of pondering lag, where my dupes don't really know what day it is anymore. But other than that, we are tip-top. As long as I only look at one job at a time, we're okay. Oh, hold on a minute. Now you see, that is worrying. I just saw oxylite. There is oxylite here. And there should not be oxylite here. Which makes me think my stupid dupes are dropping it on the floor. Why would they be doing that? Because I've asked this to be 0. Right then, I want this to be 1073. That's what we're going to need for our 20k journey. That's what we're going to need for going to here, because that's where I want to go first. See if we can get a bit of niobium, a bit of fullerene, and we can start. Supercoolant I don't need as urgently. I need a bit of it, but I don't need loads of it. Niobium I need, even 3%. That'll get me started. So I can make more and more and more. So I'll need to go 20k. So 1037. 1037. 1037. The problem is we were having that problem last stream where unless we manually did it, Do you remember with this slider over here? They weren't actually delivering it properly. They were delivering it and dropping it on the floor, which was really trolling the hell out of me. Don't ask me why I'm not typing this in. We've been over this before. 1038. 1036. I don't want to have to save and load. Save and load takes too long. They do have some slider issues. This was meant to be fixed. They actually put this in the notes that this was fixed. And it clearly is not. It won't matter when we get liquid oxygen, but for now with oxylite, I don't really want them pissing it away on the floor. I'm sorry about this. This isn't my fault. This is a game issue. My eyes are doing weird things. Oh, there we go. All right. What's happening? So, what basically happens, Selkie, when you're delivering oxylite to these solid oxidizer tanks, there's a bit of a weird bug where it doesn't remember how much you've actually asked for, and they'll keep delivering it and delivering it. Now, I had this set to 0 kilos because I didn't want them to deliver any at all, and they've been dumping it on the floor out here, which, you know, I noticed there was a little bubble. Now I can see this oxylite here. Now I need to get that swept. Problem is I don't have anywhere to sweep it to, so I now need to give them access through here, which is kind of annoying. And give them access to this, which is also annoying. Basically, there's a problem with the solid oxygen tank. It's been like that for a while. But they did fix it. I think it was in QOL Mark 1 or 2. They did actually fix it. But right now I'm just pissing away oxylite into space, which, considering I need it, is kind of upsetting. So I don't have very much made. Kinda sucks. Right. Then get his job in there, and then we'll turn this off. I'm hoping they don't do that anymore, but we'll keep an eye on that. Right then. So there's some oil being, petroleum being dumped up here now. This should now be enabled. So we can start putting some petroleum in here. Let's see if these fill to the right levels. It should just bypass. And you're now good to go. We could hook this up to power, I guess. Yeah, none of this is actually ever going to work again, so we'll turn you off for now. And we'll just connect this up. I know this wire's all janky over here, but don't look at that for now. Just so this pump can work. That'll be fine. Should be bypassing now. Good, good. So we're down to micrograms in here. It's just a big old room to try and get emptied, but we can empty this out in a sec, and then all I need to do is build a little access room here, which I don't know which side I want to do it on. Maybe over here. Always going to take free plastic. Always. So yeah, let's just do him a quick, let's see. I like the idea of leaving a room for a chute in here. Get rid of you. Alright, so we'll just get into here so we can rip everything out once this has been done. Definitely got power issues in the base at the minute, because these aren't getting power from our heavy watt wire. Which kind of sucks. Leppy, welcome back. I saw you saying at the start of the stream, you son of a bitch. Anyone see that? She had pondering lag in the tube. That was interesting. Honey, I'm home. What did I miss? Nothing, mate. Nothing much. Nothing much. I definitely wasn't giving you grief at the start of the stream. That's for sure. How are you doing? Oh, sorry, Saucy. Thank you very much for the follow. I didn't hear the alert. How's it going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right then. I might just have to give him a couple of bits of ladder here for a second. I'm building this out of igneous. What have we got nearby? Granite. Let's just build out of granite instead. This is just temporary. In any playthrough it says... In my playthrough it says block pipes. What pipe do I need to unclog? I do everyone in the loop. My dupes never stop messing with the pipes. Arich, best bet, mate. Take a screenshot and whack it on Discord and I can have a look at it. That is the best bet. Here is a link to the Discord. If you're on Windows, you can do Windows key Shift and S, and then you can just snip the bit that you want to show us, and then just paste that into Discord. Oh, tickly nose. And then we can, we'll have a look for you. So the first hour or so, maybe a bit more, just need to go shopping. It's life, the help that I need for patrolling boys, not need anymore. I'm just going to use double tepid ice to cook it, and that's it. Double tepid ice to cook it. I do have that same video still works, Leppy, the petroleum boiler. I'll tell you what, would you a relog? We've been playing a couple of hours. Let me just do a little save. I'm not sure what you were asking. Let me just look. We'll quit the main menu. Quit the game, actually. It'll be quicker. Let's quit to desktop. I saw you said something about a high throughput or something before. Oh, I just got a little update. Has there been a patch? No patch notes, but update. Is that a mod update, I wonder? Weird. Yeah, blueprints, okay. Let's see, solid tile, petrol tinkering's that one. We're in debug, by the way, guys, for any of you wondering. This is the old petrol build, do you remember? So this is on YouTube, this same video. Only it used to use supercoolant for the reading the temperature. We don't need to do that anymore. So double aqua tuners, petroleum, oil feed comes in this side. Oil feed comes in this side. Aqua tuners heat up petroleum, heat up oil into petroleum. Petroleum gets dumped through this door. Pumps petroleum into here, and then this pump takes the petroleum and dumps it into sour gas boiler. This one makes liquid methane. What are you going to cool the aqua tuners? Well, this is what I was saying to you when you were doing your sour gas build. I did try and say this to you. I showed you this the other day. Incorporate the two together. So then you've got coolant coming from your aqua tuners coming up these pipes, helping to cool your sour gas. You want it separate. You shit out of luck then, mate. You're gonna have to find something to you're going to have to find something to cool with 2 aqua tuners worth of cooling. So either A, now this is where it's going to bite you in the ass. You could use it to cool off your space biome, but I normally use the aqua tuners that I'm using to make liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen. You built 2 huge battery banks in space for solar. Won't make a difference. Won't make a difference. Batteries is not going to generate anywhere near enough heat. The amount of cooling that these are offering is massive. So you could cool a bajillion, and that's literally a number in Oni. It means fuckloads with 2 aqua tuners. Doesn't matter how huge your battery banks are. You're going to have to find a lot of heat to delete. A lot of heat. Actual fact. Power plant them. I don't think so. The amount of cooling that they give is phenomenal. Stop using your current aqua tuners. Yeah, you're going to have to find a lot of heat. Otherwise they're just going to turn off and then you won't get your petroleum. You're going to need a lot of heat. What could you use? If you're looking for it to delete heat, maybe rockets. Maybe use it to like some of the output from rockets, maybe. But then you need to be launching rockets constantly. Magma? I don't know, mate. You're gonna have to find something. This is why I like to build builds that interact with each other. That's why I want Tepidizers. They produce more heat, they spend less power, and it's very quick. I mean, you can still bug Tepidizers. That is still a thing. That does exist, but obviously it's an exploit, you know. People have been doing stupid builds on the forums using Tepidizers to power steam turbines and stuff, you know, using pulse clocks and stuff. It still exists. They're pretty lame though, in fairness. Pretty lame builds. Anywho. Alright. Look how laggy we are now. Whew. Alright, let's just do this. Alright, we're getting towards fighting to be a vacuum. You know, I kind of wish I didn't ask you anything, Ginger Dangus. I'm sorry, alright? But I'll always give you the truth, Leppy. I could have just gone, oh, you'll be alright, mate. Very good build. But it's the truth. They have a lot of cooling power. That's why we use them. Right. Use a microwave pasty from a motorway service station. Their content is hotter than the surface of the sun. I'm sure there's a red dwarf thing in there about a microwave. Is it a microwave pasty or a microwave? Oh, I can't remember. Removing the line in the surface of your mouth or something. Removing the roof of your mouth with a pasty. Not sure if that's a red dwarf or something else. Tell me one aqua tuner can't keep up with 100 battery banks and all the robo miners and scanners. But I'm telling you, one aqua tuner can. Doesn't it become sentient from red dwarf? Isn't that a Vindaloo? Isn't that a Vindaloo that becomes a curry monster? Isn't it like a genetic modification process engaged or something? I can't remember. We have to kill it with lager. Or lager! As Craig Charles says. The lady started watching Red Dwarf last night. She's not watched it for years, and she'd only dipped in and out of it over different seasons. I was like, you gotta watch Red Dwarf. It's like one of my childhood faves. So she started watching a bit of it last night. I think she got to like season 2 or something. Alright, what's happened here? Where's my gauges gone? Clay, what did you do with my gauges? You jerks. Where's my fuel gauges gone? Why you gotta be like this? Give Keisha a chance. You never watched it? Oh, Red Dwarf's brilliant. Touch nothing, press nothing, get Crichton. Yeah, exactly. That is the scene. Get Crichton! It's the cat, isn't it? The cat's do-do-do-do-do. Yeah. Turns him into a chicken and stuff. What liquid oxygen, hydrogen? I could use it for that. This is what I was saying, Leppy. You could do, but I normally use. I literally I explained that before. I normally use my liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen cooling to cool all my regolith and space materials. You know, like your iron and your gold and all the other stuff that we're going to get now. The cat's name is Smeglord. No, no, it's not. It's not called Smeglord. No, the cat's name is just Cat. Descendant of Frankenstein. There you go. You didn't make any bill for that. Yeah, this is kind of what we're saying. You're going to have... It depends whether you want to cool your space materials or not. If you end up wanting to cool... You know, like wanting to run some piping through this layer and cool your space materials, I'd normally use my liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen for that. You could do. If it suits your base. It depends on your base layout, doesn't it, mate? But... I did fucking warn you. I did tell you. You not listen to me. You not listen to me. Alright, I'll tell you what I'm going to do whilst I think on. Well, this needs to be sealed up. So we're going to have batteries and stuff up here, I think. At least for part of this, so I'll probably map that out now. I'm just going to do all this with a low priority, just keep my dupes busy. I don't need to do all this, but I'm going to. So right, we'll do one more layer here. And then I think what we'll do is we'll say from here to 40. 40. 50. Seems pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. No, we won't use granite for this. We'll use metal. We're pimping. We don't need granite. We don't need normal tiles. I'm just mapping out a place where I'm going to have batteries and stuff later. What have we got? We've got a shitload of gold. Let's use some of that. And you will not exist. $50. Cool. Oh, I did that. Oh well. And you will not exist either. Okay, so this is going to be a big old line of batteries up here. All this can be... Yeah, all this can be a 6. All this can be a 5. This gives a little bit of room to do with the little odds and sods up here. Probably like do a little transformer room as well. This will just be batteries, and this is going to be the battery storage for our solar boys. And then we'll have probably a few transformers here, heavy watt wire to our little grid. So we'll probably have a few little tweaks to this, I would think. For example, we'd need our heavy watt wire to come in. Let's have a look. I can never remember which side battery plug is on. So if we did something like that. And that. Cool. Right, so that's going to be one battery bank, and then we're going to want the same over here-ish. Again, it'll be like from there, 50 tiles, take us to around here. So that'll be cool. And then we'll have this central room to do stuff with. Yeah, I think that'll be nice. So the water's now online. The next thing I want to do, I just want to get into here quickly, remove these pumps. And I want this to be a lock. So we'll get in like so. Ginger bearded bastard, I'm looking for some beard oil. Any recommendations? Weasel, I've not seen you in a very long time, mate. I like Dear Barber beard oil. Depends how long your beard is. Dear Barber, they do a very, very nice beard oil. It's not that expensive, but very good quality. I would recommend it. And make sure you avoid any of the shitty, like, L'Oreal's beard oil, or... All the hair companies have started doing beard oil now, and they're terrible. Yeah. Even, like, bloke hair product beard oil products are terrible. This is mine, this is mine, this is mine, this is all mine. How am I looking? I never listened to you for only a little bit. How dare you, Leppy? What is the room under the rockets for with the gas pumps? Real magic. The plan is we're going to put some heat absorption stuff in here. Let some of this regolith drop down and do a bit of tinkering to collect some of the heat from our rockets. We're going to have petroleum rocket here, and some hydrogen rockets here. All this is going to be ripped out, and we're going to have some bunker doors that will open and drop down regolith. Maybe melt it into magma. I'm not sure yet. Kind of planning for a future I've not really envisaged, if that makes sense. Just thought. Here's a slight problem. I found your video about petroleum boiler, but you're pumping oil at 190. My oil is around 60 when I tried your build before in debug. It couldn't heat up oil fast enough, so I need to tinker a bit. Metal refinery, mate. Put your oil through a metal refinery first. In that build that I just showed you there, I think the oil's coming in at 150. It's quite short at the moment, only been growing for about a month. Yeah, beard oil then. If it gets longer, then you'll need beard balm. You haven't eaten today. Oh no! Steamhead plops down with chicken tandoori. Ah! Oh. You know what? There's nothing worse than someone coming in the stream, rubbing it in your face that they've got delicious chicken tandoori. Oh. And after I did such a nice thing for you, Stina, how fucking dare you? How dare you? How's it going? You have over 600 tons of refined metal, so metal refineries are no-go. I don't know, Leppy. Use it for something else. It makes more sense, right? If you're trying to boil oil into petroleum, boiling it from cold is dumb. You want to try and heat that oil up first. So use it to get rid of some heat from somewhere else. You must have something in your asteroid that's got extreme heat in it. So why not heat that oil up to even 100 degrees? Will help you massively. You've got to go from how much? 60 degrees, did you say? To 391-ish degrees. That's a lot of heat to be putting in. If you can get it up to 150 odd, you'd be laughing. If you get it up to 200, you're golden. 300, you're flying. But 60 to 380, whatever, 390 is a nightmare. I'll go ski, but I'm still salty. I didn't get a ping when you went live today. Oh, I'm sorry, Stina. Was that because of Discord, or was it because of... Was it because I didn't announce on Discord today? But there is Twitter. There is Twitch. I thought I'd be alright. I thought I'd be covered. Oh, I'm sorry. I normally would. I was a bad boy today. Blame. Yes. Yes. I did a stupid thing and I bought the game. Oh, Nalash! Nalash just bought the game. Yeah, my Grosky bot doesn't actually do an app, does he? I don't know if my bot has permissions to app people. That would sort of cover me. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Don't try to blame Growski, but I wasn't going to. I just thought if it's something I should set up, that was all. I mean, it's not quite as personal as doing it myself, but I was running a bit late today because I had to grab a quick shower before stream. I was a stinky boy. Right, so this is going to do for him. We'll bang a little capsule on top. Get rid of this. We're not going to have the materials for this just yet, regardless. What? Oh, I've done it on this side on the other one. Why have I done that? This is my access. Ladangus. That should be there. Yeah, this should be near my floor access. I'm gonna do it there. Do it there. How did the birthday go? Well, I think she had a nice time. It was a nice chill one. I think it was nice. I hope she enjoyed it. I did a lot of cooking. I'm a cooking boy. She ate all the... I can't do that. She ate all the food. The food was delicious. Yeah. End up buying this game after catching a stream the other day. You're right, it's fun. Nice timepiece, that's good to hear. You'll have to let Clay know so I'll get my commission cut. I do not get a commission cut. Out of interest, how long did you play for in your first evening? How did you get on? Yeah, that's it, Lumbo. This is what I do. This is me full time now. It's not quite paying the bills yet, but it's nearly there. But yeah, this is me now, bud. Professionally, I've had many jobs, but my most recent job would have been account manager. I used to be like a regional account manager, I guess you'd call it. So I tended to many clients, many shops, and had to drive all over the country. But yeah, I've done a bit of all sorts. Very much always been involved in sales and stuff in my career. So there you go. I should really get all my scanners and stuff sorted, but I don't really want to do that just yet. Why are you here? Why is that oxylite here? This is almost paying your bills, really, yeah. Yeah. Almost. I'd say some months are lighter than others, but almost. Don't get me wrong, I'm not living a life of luxury right now, Christ. I'm very much living a frugal life at the moment. I'm not drinking, I don't smoke, I vape, I build my own coils, I mix my own liquid. I don't have many expensive habits, apart from a kilo of cocaine a month. Other than that, you know, we're just tipping by, we're just ticking over. No, I'm living a frugal life at the minute. Dear Barber, Weasel. Dear Barber, like D-E-A-R. Dear Barber, you know? Yeah, magic, you know. I mean, if you're buying flake, it's got to be by the kilo. Jesus. Victory hookers. Dear Barber, please make my beard nice. Exactly, exactly. Anywho's. So, this is all kind of budget and Scarpa at the minute. It's all a bit roguish, but we can make this work. So this is going to be wall to there. I'm gonna sort of do this a bit odd, I think, just so I can get this tidied up. Oh, that doesn't quite work the way that I've done that. Yeah, this is all going to be sealed up ultimately here. So you are in the right place. That's okay. Alright, so let's get this put in, and let's get this put in as well. We're going to need some little hoppy boys up here so they can build it. That's good, and we'll get that nipped out. In fact, we'll go all the way up with this, because we're going to need to rip out these bunker boys as well. So that'll be fine. Let's get rid of you. And you. Probably going to get some people stuck doing this, but that's fine. Cool. This is all priority 9 now. And then I need to get my oxygen sorted so I can get some oxylite actually being pumped out. It's getting very hot up here and I've still not figured out any cooling solutions, so it's just going to be hot up here forever, I think. Let's finish this off. Wolf of Wall Street reference. I only watched that film once. It was one of my mates, when I went back to college a few years back, it was one of my mates' favourite films. He was like obsessed with it, so he was constantly reciting lines from it, and it kind of killed it for me. But Wolf of Wall Street with the fucking lewds. That was very good. Oh, Beamer. Didn't see you come in, mate. Beard care products missing. Let's go value equals beard. Maybe we should try this brand. Beautiful bastard. Beautiful bastard. Let's have a look. Go away. Beautiful bastard beard oil. Lavender floral notes that sit atop smoky undertones of tobacco and clove. Tea tree and sage pave the way with notes of rosemary and peppermint. Weasel, get the fuck out. You know what? You think you know someone, and then they send you a link with lavender and tea tree and sage. Get out. God, I want to smell like tree bark and beaver anus. That's what I want to smell like a real woodsman. Jesus. Do you know nothing of beards? Christ. I want to rub my tree up against a fucking big old mess of wood. And then felch a beaver. That's how a real beard should smell. Jesus. Cedar and campfires and all that good stuff. Never sage and tea tree. Jesus. And tobacco, yeah. That cigarette smell. Nothing like smelling like a stale ashtray. Christ almighty. Oh, Stina. Oh, damn. My bot isn't making people regular properly, and I'm not sure why. It's a bit weird. You are regular. It's not all working. Why did that not work? Face with tears of joy. So. Ah, there's a minimum hour requirement. Oh, I'll change that. Try that now, Stina. See if that works. There we go. There you go. See, that's there now forever. What was missing? I put a restriction on a while back. There was somebody, I can't remember who it was, somebody came into the stream and started adding all sorts of weird quotes that I wasn't actually saying, and just adding weird stuff, and it triggered me a little bit. So I made it so you had to be watching for 50 hours before you could do quotes. I've now lowered that quite a bit. So there you go. You gotta combat the trolls a little bit occasionally, you know? Right, let's do this one whilst we're at it as well. No, we'll leave this open for now. This is going to be Hydrogen Rocket Bay, but we'll leave that for now. I need to get up here and do all this. This needs to be built. I doubt they've done any of this yet, but that's fine. Although, they're doing something. Do moustaches count as beard points due to me being in the military and can't grow a beard? There are some beard ranks that are moustache related, so it's not necessarily frowned upon, it just isn't encouraged. Alright. I think that's probably the first way of putting it. Right, what am I trying to do up here? I need to just carry on building this chode of a wall for a minute, don't I? As long as we're making sure we're getting the water out of here. I'm not losing anything time-wise. So... Alright, let's get in here and fix this as well. I've been kind of lazy in putting this off because I know it's going to bother me a little bit. Oops. Yeah, whatever. Just get up here. We're doing the hop. I'll get all those ladders built first. Do you as well. What have I missed here? Crabs are now allowed 4 bits. What? Perp, help me rebuild your kitchen setup. Can I ask if you have a special setup for which eggs get dumped in the water pit, or just the ones you aren't ranching from a conveyor loader, I guess? Yeah. Oh, Rockman must have been trapped for some time. The only ones that get dumped in here are ones that I either don't want or that I've got as excess. So currently the only ones that are getting dropped in here is stone hatchling eggs. Smooth hatching eggs just get cracked straight away, and sage hatchling eggs get cracked straight away, and normal hatchling eggs. The only things that I put in here at the minute are stone hatchling eggs, and they all just, you know, hatch and drown, and away we go. Yeah, it just comes from a load from my ranches themselves. Job Lifegrow. Happy camp, how's it going? Oni's really buggy for me in the early game, keeps almost crashing. Nailer, remove any mods that you might have on. Try that first. Life, you need a vape that looks like a pipe, a smoky pipe, not a gentleman's man pipe. You mean like a... I nearly bought one of those ironically a few years back, like maybe a year back. I was going to get like a big one like from Inglourious Bastards. You can get them where they've got a button that you press on the top with your thumb. I thought it could have been quite fun to like have chill stream moments, you know. But vape pipe, they exist. They fully exist. Hold on, and they're fucking expensive as well. Really expensive. Like, they fully exist. Let's find a website. Electric pipe. epuffer.com. Perfect. Yes. Look at these sort of things. I'd love something like that. Because you have to do the whole... These aren't actually very good. I've seen way better ones than this. Let's see. Best vape pipe. There we go. I wouldn't want a vape cigar, that seems strange. It just looks like paper as well. But an ironic... Look at that! That's cool as fuck! No? Don't you think that's cool? Could you explain your kitchen setup? There's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, Tim Tail, showing the set, buddy, no problem. Tinkle from my winkle. Welcome back, mate. Your name always tickles me up. Favourite show on there. Oh, well, welcome, buddy. I'm sorry you've had a stressful day. Since you have all those extra eggs, why not dump them in a tall pit and feed them for free coal? I probably could do voltage, and considering I'm so short on coal right now, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I just want to get space sorted, if I'm honest. I just want to get up and get my solar power, and then power's kind of a non-issue after that. That is a solid quote, Perpetual. Christ. That is a hell of a quote. That is a hell of a quote. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Right. Incredible. Yeah, we need to buy a pipe, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's got a little leather stand, guys. Oh, look at the grain of the wood. This is one I looked at ages ago. This is like a top fill one, I think. Oh no, it's not. You can get something top filled. That's like a sailor's pipe. That sailors had pipes like that. I'm sure they did. No, that's too meh. It's got to be a proper pipe. $24. What was $24? Which one was $24? 64 quid. That one looks like the one that you want. Wait, 24 quid? That seems a bit too good to be true, doesn't it? Does look like a tiny tank. Does seem a bit too good to be true, that. Alright. If I come into some money, I'll treat myself. Alright. So, in terms of the kitchen setup, it's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but it works for us right now. So what we basically have here is 3 different chambers, alright? So we've got a chamber over here, which is for our finished ingredients. There's a lot of conveyors going on behind here, but essentially we've got one loader on this side that takes ingredients over to here that are to be cooked by this thing, and then we've got another loader on this side which takes ingredients over here, which are finished food, if you like, alright? So the finished food that comes from the range goes into this one and comes over and gets dumped in here. This one is ingredients that have been cooked once by either the musher or the grill, and then are sent over here where they get cooked into a finished product. Then over here we've got another loader. Now this one is just dumping stuff into this chute here, and it's stuff from out in the wild, so it could be sleet wheat or bristleberries that we've collected from our farm, which is still too hot, isn't working at the minute. And basically this one has dupe access, so dupes can access this and dump stuff in there. It's like pincher pepper nuts and stuff like that, I think. Oh no, the pincher pepper nuts go up there. And yeah, basically these sweepers can access diagonally and can only access certain areas. So for example, this sweeper can access this loader and this area and this loader, so he can juggle stuff around to where it needs to go. This sweeper can access this loader. Oh no, he can't access this loader, sorry. He can access here, and then these machines and here. But he can't access this conveyor loader, because otherwise he'd be in a constant loop of dumping sleet wheat and bristleberries into there for them to come out of here, and so on and so on and so on. So basically it's just we're daisy chaining from one grill to another grill by dumping it in these little vacuum areas or sterile areas. In these little areas is some carbon dioxide, so 5 kilos of carbon dioxide in there. Don't remember how much is in there. 3 kilos in there, and I think about 6 over here. So that keeps the food sterile, and then yeah, just basically works like that. So barbecue gets sent over here, dumped out, and then the barbecue gets cooked into something else, and so on. There you go. So it's not perfect, as I say, but it's working for us for now. We've got like 3.7 million calories at the minute, although a lot of that is barbecue, which we're not eating. My berries are still offline, which is a bit of a worry. But they are starting to cool off again. They will be fine. It's just going to take a lot of time, unfortunately. Doesn't help that my lights are on either. Could do with purging the water in the pipes, but that ain't going to happen. Did you ever fix the melting issue you had with using oil as a coolant? Seem to recall you had issues with it. Melting issue. Melting issue. The pipe would be really good idea, especially for your strum image. Maybe add it on the wish list. Bobek, I will do it, mate. If any of you are feeling generous and want to see me smoking a pipe, I'll put it on the wish list. Which processor do you have in your system? In my gaming rig right now, I've got a 2700X. So it's a Ryzen 7 2700X. I feel like I've forgotten something. Right then. So if I want to get up here, I need just one more layer here. Also, I suggested it, so I guess I'm responsible for pipe buying. The oxalate got swept up. Maybe. It was only like 17 kilos or something. They just keep dropping it, I don't know why. I'll do some research. I'll find a good pipe. A good pipe for smoking times. Right then. So all I'm basically doing here, I'm being lazy. I'm making a block of mass. I'm going to make a little liquid lock here to get an access for a minute. It's just so I can get in there and rip out these pumps and stuff, and we'll use this to carry on building in a bit. It seems to be handling this game pretty well. It's a bit laggy, but we'll be alright. I wish I could be asked to post a picture of my pipes. I've got a Gandalfy one that's my favourite one for being a twat. Stone Daddy, are they proper pipes or like vaping pipes? It should be locked. This should be locked. I want them to have access to this storage bin and the oxalate. We can toggle that off if you want. Proper pipes. See, I've got a neighbour that I mean, I've got memories of him always having a pipe on the go. I love the smell of pipe tobacco smoke, right? But I couldn't ever really smoke a pipe. I couldn't smoke anymore. I'll never smoke again in my life. But Jesus, Leppy, what the hell? I could never smoke a pipe again. I could never smoke cigarettes anymore or tobacco anymore. It'd kill me. Leppy, thank you very much, mate. That's very kind. What the hell? Have you had a drink, mate? What's going on? What? After all the grief you gave me earlier, where's this kindness come from? What the hell? Thank you, buddy. But yeah, quite a few of you just got some free subs. So enjoy. Get spamming those emotes. Use them. Oh, right, it's time we turn this down. Let's knock this off for a minute. Not minus 75. Let's just change it to 75. No, 40. Thank you very much. Very kind. It's not for you, dang. This is the people in the chat. Fair enough. Pipe tobacco is something totally different. Yes, I only smoke about twice a month though. An evening with driving a pipe is really nice. I suppose it's the same as people have a little cigar every now and again. So you weren't here. What are the orange containers? These are things that I actually don't need anymore. I'm going to actually rip them out. These are reservoirs. They act as like a little buffer. I threw them in whilst I was setting this up, but I don't really need them anymore. So I'm just going to rip them out. Officer lady? When did the lady come in? I didn't see her come in. Where did the lady come in? Okay. Oh, there she is. Hello, lady. I thought you'd be doing some art or something. I thought you'd be having a nice chill time.
For the pipe.
Oh. Thank you very much for the donation. That is very kind. I will put it towards the pipe fund. Alright, we've got £5 in there now, guys. We're off. We're off. We'll have a pipe in no time. Exy, how's it going? Oh, I meant your refiner seemed to call you had a huge annoyance with the coolant. Yeah, it was more to do with the logic of dumping the coolant out whilst trying to cycle it. I couldn't get my head around at the time, Hamster. It was because I wanted to use the coolant more than once, but I didn't want to put in a buffer tank to equalise out the temperature, or give it some room to empty before being pumped back in. I was being stubborn, and it cost me lots of time, but it's my fault. What are those pipes in the bottom dropping? Pipes in the bottom. These are dropping carbon dioxide into here, and the carbon dioxide is just solidifying and turning into liquid carbon dioxide at the bottom. But it's too cold at the minute, and this has become too hot, so... yeah, it was a future me problem. It's now a I don't want to deal with this just yet problem. It'll be fine. We'll come back to this at some point in the future. It's very cold in here. It should be fine for a while. Could get a corn cob pipe with that. Yeah, it's added to the fund. Listen, it'll go towards a pipe. I did say to the lady a while back, I kind of like to do one just for chill moments, you know? What is liquid CO2 for? Nothing. It's absolutely for nothing. It's just costing me lots of power, but Hamster requested it and paid me for it, so I've got to do it. So that's how it works. What is the tile around the insulation of the liquid CO2 area? It's just glass, like diamond, glass made of diamond. Have you considered applying for partner on Twitch? Think you'd have a good chance unless it conflicts with your YouTube channel? Stina, I have... I've applied for partner many times in the past, and I've been knocked back every time without any explanation. Last year we were averaging 200 viewers a stream for the last like 4 or 5 months of the year, and average concurrent viewers is about 150. We were peaking at like 200 viewers, and they just knocked me back without answering me or telling me why. So I did apply last year, although somebody did point out to me, I think it was Perpetual, and somebody else had pointed out to me in the past, it might have been because I was mostly playing an early access game at the time. So maybe it'll be different now. This is a live game, I don't know. So we'll have to see. The Dr. Juicy, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I did apply a little while back.
Ditto for the pipe.
Hi, Voltage, you're up to a tenner. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm going to have this pipe in no time. I'm excited now. The lady will vouch for this. I was talking about getting one a while back. What does partner get you? The main thing partner will get me, Shane, the main thing that I want partner for is so that I get more codecs for the stream. So I've got the ability now to stream at like 1080p, right? The problem if I stream at 1080p, there's a lot of my viewers that have slower internet that just can't watch the stream properly at 1080p. So having access to codecs all the time would be a massive boost for me. Plus we get more emotes and stuff, so we you know, we can pimp the stream a little bit more. But yeah, the codecs is the main thing. We do often get the codecs when we're playing Oni, but I'd like it if we had them guaranteed every time, you know.
Yeah, baby, you can do it.
Dro, how you doing, buddy? And thank you very much, High Voltage. It's very kind. Those of you that are contributing to the pipe, you will be noted. No money bonus. You do get a percentage of ads, I think, Shane. But I don't really know how that stuff works. I've only ever really been interested in the codecs and, you know. That mean Lifegrow will leave us and go to the Twitch partner party at TwitchCon. Yeah. I might start doing sub-only booby streams.
A bit more towards the pipe.
Oh my goodness, Leppy! Leppy, you'd already given loads of stuff, mate. That's too kind. You'd already just given like 5 subs, Jesus. We're up to £19.29. You guys really... I know what's going to happen here, right? I'm just going to call it now. I'm going to call it now. You're all like, yeah, you should get a pipe. It'll definitely add to the streamer, but you definitely get a pipe. I'm going to get the pipe, and you're going to be like, you knobhead, you bought a pipe.
We all know this is about your pipe, Kappa Pride, Lifegrow.
Beamron, thank you very much. Thank you. So what's that now? 25 quid, 24 quid? We're going to buy a pipe, and then you're all going to ridicule me that like crazy because I bought a pipe. I know it. Oh, Jesus.